Can ChatGPT help managers? In this demo, you will see how ChatGPT can help understand code, rewrite code, resolve conflicts, prepare delivery checklists, and help bring projects from red to green. You can see more in my practical course ChatGPT for Managers on Udemy. I am on ChatGPT. It has two versions, free version and a paid version. With the free version, let me use GPT 3.5, which is available for free and plus users. In this demo, let me use the GPT 3.5 and see how it responds. On the left side, you have a list of your previous charts, a history of charts, and also you can start with a new chart here. It gives it a name and you can change the name as well. Let me start by asking it to explain code. Please explain following code. Let me paste the code here. This is the Python function myFind, which takes 4 arguments and it is recursive. Let us see what it does. It is quite fast. So within seconds, it was able to understand this program and say that it is a recursive binary search algorithm implemented in Python. And it breaks down that it takes 4 arguments, range defined by start and end, and it has the code checks if the value at tab of start is greater than the key. Then it has some code start greater than end, return start. Then mid equals start plus end by 2. This array index we are finding by using the division. So it explains the code in very clear terms. The algorithm utilizes the principle of divide and conquer by recursively dividing the range in half until the key is found. So it is a great help for any manager to understand a code that is written by somebody else. Now let us ask it to remove this recursion. I don't like recursion. So please rewrite above code using, not using, removing recursion. It keeps a memory of what you asked before, so you can build on top of that. So it rewrites the code and also explains what it has done. If you see here, there is no recursion. It is just a while loop with start less than or equal to end. And you also see that it has removed slash and replaced by double slash, meaning it is an integer division, as array indexes are integers. So it is very smart in that. But still there is one problem with this code. So as a manager, let us see how it responds to sarcasm. Don't you comment your code? Let us see how it responds. Apologies. So it understood its mistake and apologies for oversight. Here is the commented version of the modified code. It comments it very clearly. See this, if the value at tab is less than key, like this is the value. If the loop completes without finding the exact match, return start. So it has commented the code. So it is a great help for any manager to understand code as well as comment the code which somebody else has left behind for you. Now, can it help in project management itself? Let us see. Let us see how it helps with the processes. We are a CMM Level 5 organization. Many organizations are now CMM Level 5. So we need to make a delivery to client tomorrow. can you please provide a checklist for approving the delivery? Very common process. So it has provided the checklist. Let us see. Requirements fulfillment, testing and quality assurance, documentation, security and compliance, deployment readiness, client acceptance, rollback plan, communication and coordination, post-delivery support, lessons learned. So it has given a step-by-step 10 steps of process, and also says that based on your specific project requirements and organization processes, good luck with your delivery. That as well as it says. So very well done. Now let us see how it handles an ethical dilemma which I myself faced as a manager. As a manager, I found an employee sleeping on the job a few times. When confronted, he told me that he is taking depression medications that are making him drowsy. How do I handle the situation? So it says handling a situation where an employee is sleeping on the job due to medication related drowsiness requires sensitivity and understanding. So it is quite sensitive, and it says show empathy. Very important, especially with increase in mental issues. Private conversation. So keep it private. Active listening. Very important for a manager. Request documentation. Again, another important step to make sure that the employee is not taking advantage of you. Review workplace policies, reasonable accommodations, confidentiality, offer support. Performance expectations, make this also very clear to the employee. Follow up and check-ins. Very good. So I wish I had this when I was a manager. Let us see how it handles a pressure situation where a manager finds himself or herself in. My project is in red as client clarified the requirements late and there are too many bugs in the programs. How do you bring this to green with a step-by-step plan in 2 weeks' time? Let us see what it does. So it says step-by-step plan to help you address the situation. And it says it is challenging. Evaluate the current state, review and revise the project plan, resource allocation, bug fixing, agile development approach, collaboration and communication, continuous testing, client involvement, iterative delivery, project monitoring and control. Remember, it relies on commitment and collaboration of the project team and the client. And it is important to maintain open communication. You can elaborate a step more if you need. Let me say, please elaborate more on step 9. Wow, it has written lot of stuff. Early feedback, risk mitigation, client engagement, and to implement iterative delivery effectively, follow these steps. Again, it has given define iteration scope, plan iteration, develop and test, demonstrate and gather feedback, review and adjust, repeat the cycle. Very clear instructions. Now, how about architecture? Can it help me with architecture? Let us see. Please provide architecture using big data tools for the following. So this is one of the architecture problems we have. A product distributor wants to match invoice to payment received from vendor to identify payment delays or non-payments. The invoice system and receivable system are maintained in Oracle and they want to present the data using Tableau. Please suggest specific big data tools. Let me remove this dot. Okay. Wow. See that it has given elaborate response. Apache Kafka, Apache NiFi, big data storage with Hadoop, Hive, HBase, data processing with Spark, Pig, Drill, data integration with Airflow, a Scoop, Tableau, Apache Superset, data governance and security with Ranger, Atlas, cloud infrastructure, EMR, cloud data proc, Azure. So it has given an elaborate set of tools that you can use to implement your project. Isn't it amazing? Impressed? Be ready to experience more in my course ChatGPT for Managers on Udemy.